Yeah, the banner unveiling, it was great. And then it was quickly not great for the LA Rams. Not an ideal start for the season for the defending champs last night. What's our level of concern? Because we've gone high on the Bills, high on the Bills, high on the Bills. But that was a 21-point loss for the LA Rams. And that is not good.
And I wonder if they have the horses to ever keep up with a team like that. I watched that game last night. It's like, you know, and no insult to some of the players out there, but you know, big spots. Ben Skoralnik still at wide receiver as the number 2 guy. Allen Robinson nowhere to be found. The interior offensive line just got bullied all night. The Rams lost by 21. I felt like they lost by 51 at some points, and they were up tied 10-10 at the half. I just look at the physicality of the Bills last night and what they did to the Rams, and that's what would alarm me, because this NFC, you know, the Niners are coming, and the Niners have those physical boys up front, and Trent Williams and Bosa, and like the Packers are coming, and they've got one of the best offensive lines in football, and they've got their version of that with Rashawn Gary and what they've got on the defense. Like, the Bills are not known as this defensive front four that doesn't blitz and just dominates you. Yeah. They dominated them last night. They had 7 sacks. They didn't blitz. If I'm the Rams, I am concerned because Stafford's not a young gazelle out there. I mean, Tirico was great on the call last night, but even he and Collinsworth were giggling like after a 1-yard first down run that Stafford had, like, hey, Lamar Jackson. Like, if you're banking on Stafford being under duress the entire time, this offense might be going nowhere. I don't know if it's fair to the Bills to say that the Rams, you know, weren't great last night, and let's see the Bills do it to another team, because the Bills were just outstanding. But I have a level for concern, and, you know, this is the same team that, as Ian reported earlier today, like, Aaron Donald flirted with retirement. McVay considered other opportunities. Stafford didn't play in the preseason. We lost Von Miller. It's not the same team as last year, and it's not going to be the same journey. The word that Sean used there in that press conference was humbling. I'm humbled here as an analyst because I thought this would be a closer game than it was. And I came on yesterday and was like, slow down here. The Rams are still the champs. Last night, that was a one-sided game, and don't let the score fool you. It was a far greater margin than that.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you weren't the only one. Everybody was saying this is going to be a great game, down to the wire, 3-point game, and it just wasn't that. And I mean, you look at the game, Cooper Kupp had an amazing game, had 15 targets, I think 13 receptions, over 100 yards, was magnificent as always. But Odell Beckham wasn't out there, and we talked about the addition of Allen Robinson and the impact that he was going to be able to make for this offense. He had 1 catch last night.
Well, where was he?
1 catch. You didn't even know he was out there on the field, but he only had 2 targets. The entire game, 2 targets. Tyler Higbee had 11 targets. So if you're that Rams offense,
they're going
we're
to
talking about
Atwell, Jay.
Oh, who are we getting the ball to? Who are our guys going to be? Allen Robinson has to be one of those guys. We have to give him more than just 2 targets.
One
and that one
catch
barely counts.
One catch.
One catch, 12 yards for 2 targets. That's it. That's all the Allen Robinson we got. And we talked about this his first time with a really good quarterback and Matthew Stafford. We talked about the elbow. He didn't get a chance to do a lot of preseason work, and it showed. They didn't look sharp on the offensive side, and we saw Odell Beckham kind of looming on the sidelines before the game, during the game, saying hi to all his old friends. They can't wait for him to get healthy, and hopefully he still wants to sign with the Rams because Bills, Von Miller's trying to get him there. There's going to be other teams. The Rams, they definitely got to pick it up. You don't want to overreact to week 1, but that wasn't pretty.
We talked about Allen Robinson for months, going really high in fantasy drafts. I mean, you name it. The expectations were there. I think the Bills are excellent. I think the Bills are a freight train. I think the Rams are going to be okay. You're going to hear me say this a lot over the next several days. Week 1 is a liar, meaning that, like, last year the Packers got destroyed week 1. Yeah. The Titans got destroyed week 1. Too many good players, too many good coaches. Week 1, I think, is very strange, especially for teams who don't play guys in the preseason. I think they're stiff. I think it's a little awkward. They had the ceremony and everything, and they played the best team in the league. I don't think the Rams are, oh, my God, it all fell apart. They went 7-10. I do not. I do not. However, I got concerns about Stafford, like legitimate concern. Is he hurt? Because I know he was under duress, and that has nothing to do with his elbow, and he's getting hit a lot. I didn't really see him uncork those lasers. I remember last year when he played his debut with the Rams, it was against the Bears, and oh my God, it was just laser bolts all over.
Sean Jackson.
Yeah,
lasers.
remember that? And it was like they were just beating the Bears, beating the brakes off him. I didn't see it a lot last year, and like the body language is tough. 7 sacks, 3 picks. Is he healthy? Really? I don't want him at 96%. Is he 100%? And I got to do it, guys. We have a feature here in which we measure our Matthew Stafford concern. You know the DEFCON scale about international politics here?
Let's go.
Meh, everything is fine, hold me. Go ahead and animate it. After last night, I'm going to turn 2 keys at one time. I'm going all the way to dry heaving.
Really?
Going to dry heaving. I really am. I didn't really recognize him from last year. I know that he's a pro and it's week 1 and we'll move on, and I'm telling you the Rams are going to be fine. I like the organization, the staff, and the players. I am worried that he is not healthy. And he's out there, and McVay says he's fine. Stafford says he's fine. Did he look anything like last year? Anything? They faced some really good fronts last year, some really good pass rushes. With due respect to the Bills, I didn't recognize Stafford last night. I don't know if he's all right. And I hope he is, and I hope I'm wrong. And if he is, I'll move the StaffCon scale. But right now, if I am a Rams fan hoping for not a good season, another Super Bowl ring, I dry heaved a little bit this morning about what I saw last night. I really did. I'm concerned about him.
It's valid. Sean McVay said he didn't make decisions to put his players in the best positions last night, and I couldn't agree more, especially defensively. Jason, thank you for leaving the secondary open to me. I know it was low-hanging fruit for you, but I'm going to do my best here, and I want you to grade my performance after this. Also, in terms of what the defensive coordinator, Raheem Morris, did, a genuine question, I saw this pop up on Twitter a ton, and this implied late in the game, why were the corners not playing closer to the line of scrimmage as the plays went on? I don't understand. He was throwing less than 20-yard pass completions, Josh Allen being he, and they were not coming in. And then on the 53-yard touchdown, at the end of the game, Jalen Ramsey, what was happening on that play? It made no sense. And the decision-making and the reaction for the secondary for the Rams, you had an entire offseason. It didn't click, and it doesn't make sense as to why this was unfolding the way that it was for the Rams secondary. I don't know if this is a preseason issue because they didn't play in game-like snaps. I don't understand. Very confusing performance. And listen, this is not getting any easier for the Rams in their division. You have an up-and-coming quarterback with the 49ers. You have the Arizona Cardinals. You have, and it's, anyone, you just put on tape how to get beat. And everyone is going to click this on and say, wow, look at how we can manipulate them. And until better decisions start being made, and as Sean McVay said, put their guys in better positions, I don't see this getting any better.
Without a doubt. And I think the Bills were smart. The Rams kind of predicate themselves. Aaron Donald's up front. So for the secondary, if you play off and you allow Aaron Donald's, Devon Miller's last year, time to get to the quarterback, we don't have to get up in guys' face. I think Buffalo watched that throughout the offseason. They were like, you know what? We're going to just get the ball. We're going to get it out of our hands quick. We're going to have to force them to come up and challenge us at the line of scrimmage. I was surprised as well. The way the game was going, you got to force something to happen, and they never did it.
Jay, this is important. We got Ian coming up in a second, but that massive play, the Diggs touchdown beating Ramsey, what happened to Ramsey in that play? What did you see on it? Because it's confusing for somebody at home.
It looked like a miscommunication. Obviously, I'm not in their huddle, but it looks like 10 guys are playing one coverage, and Ramsey's playing something different. And always, if there's one guy playing something different, he's usually the guy that's making the mistake. Now, is it a miscommunication? Did the safety not tell him? We don't know any of those things, but just the way that game unfolded, he's coming off a shoulder. I don't know, he didn't play a ton, didn't play at all in the preseason games. I don't know how much he's been out there, but we talked about him locking down Diggs. Diggs beat him up. Whoever was on that side got the best of him last night. It wasn't pretty. We call him the best corner in the league. We need more from him. The last time we saw him was in the Super Bowl, and then last night. We need to see more if he's going to be titled the best corner in the league.
Jalen Ramsey was targeted 7 times last night. He allowed 6 completions for 124 yards.